Welcome to Marital Heat.
Hello, folks.
Y'all may notice Thanksgiving for those of you
Who celebrate Thanksgiving.
Who doesn't celebrate Thanksgiving?
People not in America.
Well, I think that there's a lot of controversy surrounding Thanksgiving, not having like the whole we took over the country and kicked a bunch of people out of their land and gave them smallpox blankets and shit. It was terrible.
We pillaged.
No wonder so many people have bad time around the holidays.
Yeah,
the roots are not necessarily good.
Well, it should be better. It should be better than it is, but it's not. So,
Trace says, "Hi, Peaks and the Keys." Okay,
hello.
So here's the thing: we're now at an angle, and you look even shorter. Why do you look so? You're not short.
I'm not. I'm just
you
not as
slouch,
close.
and you got this.
And I don't have 6 pounds of rope hair on top of my head.
Yeah, but you look like you're a little short, tiny
I'm a little man. I'm a little man over here.
Come closer.
I will come closer.
Closer.
I will be less of a little man.
Okay, so we're gonna start this off.
There'll be no little man in the house. Yeah.
We are at our hotel. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Tracy, I just texted you. I don't know if you responded yet. I really wanted to hear. Oh, you did text me back. Let's see what you said. Hello, it was peaceful and uneventful, which is perfect. That's exactly what you need after you
that
move
nonsense.
Your entire family to your new fancy compound in Georgia. So as you maybe
I just want to know, did you try and lose anybody on the way down? You're like, all right, maybe if we get off of this
exit. I don't know, but I just became friends, Facebook friends with her sister-in-law. I love her.
Sister-in-law?
Soon to be sister-in-law.
Ooh, I don't know anything about this.
I got to tell you, I like this little tag for the door.
What does it say?
Good quality. Feel it. It's a good quality.
It's like a
it has a good feel. It says, "Please do not disturb," because we're already disturbed.
Or
no more. Please make up the room.
Or you can hold it like this and you'll be like peeking through, like, look.
I don't think you need to do any peeking here. This Heron House in Key West, where we are staying, is clothing optional.
No, just the deck.
Yeah, okay, but you have to be 21 or older to stay here, and the deck is clothing optional.
There's stairs to get to the
deck. And I went up there.
You really want to have to.
I went up there and I just pulled my dress right up, laid up there.
She did. I took a picture.
My titties flopping out. And sent it to Biggins. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Biggins got enough for me today.
And Tracy says, "Happy Thanksgiving." And she said, "I really did try to lose some people on the way down."
It's like vacation. You've got, like
what they went through. I mean, today was actually the anniversary, and actually I posted
of when we left.
Of when we left home. What are you doing?
I'm cleaning your screen.
My screen is dirty. The car is dirty. My screen is dirty. I am sometimes dirty, but we will see what happens.
So we made it down here in one piece.
Yeah, but I wanted to pull something up for them. And guys, bear with us. We're using, you may notice that the camera quality is shit. The speaker quality.
We're on the moon. One small step for man.
Probably shit because we're using my laptop and I have a MacBook Air, an old one. And Doug has a fancy new one. Tracy says, "Dirty, dirty, dirty." Yeah, maybe. I'm a little sunburned right now. Look at my little nose. A little pink up on here.
Oh, hello,
Daddy. And
Daddy. So, I have like weatherman hair from the convertible. Look at
So I have so many things to share with you guys. But one thing I did want to share because I think it's relative to
should I do my browsing?
Oh, you
so
weirdo.
Donna can comment.
Well, Donna's on our page. So hopefully the old comments will come up. There's not some good look like ooh. I just wanted to share this because I thought people would appreciate it. So, as many of you all know, not so long ago, we were New Englanders and we have now become Floridians. We live in Cape Coral and we live in Cape Coral and we moved down. It'll be 2 years ago tomorrow or 3 years.
We left 2 years ago today.
Well, see, that's the thing. We left the night before Thanksgiving. Today is Thanksgiving.
Yeah, but
as the calendar works, tonight is the night we finish packing. So if you look at this picture that is on your screen, you'll see Doug did a little drawing of our U-Haul trailer and everything that was sitting there. And I'm telling you, it was perfect.
There were two different elevations.
Shout out to Todd and Brandy and Jeff and Jen and Russ and Jen had a guy
The
there, and
tall
I can't
guy.
remember his name, but he was super helpful.
Brian.
Super helpful. Yeah, we're poor, so we can't afford movers. We use our friends and their extended family, and it works out pretty good. Look at your page to see if there's any comments that we miss. Tracy said, I didn't overeat. Neither did I. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Look at your page. And
Daniel overate.
Daniel did overeat. And what was the other comment? There was two.
No, it was just who was watching.
Oh, Daniel didn't overeat. Oh.
Yeah.
And then Trace says dirty, dirty, dirty. And yeah, you got some sun. Okay, so there's a product. You guys, I'm going to get it.
She's going to show you this product that I discovered through the help of a lady that worked in the nutrition area at Whole Foods.
But let's talk about how we're all connected.
Well, we're going to be connected in a second here.
This shit. If you ever go in the sun,
you need this.
You need this. We go through at least a bottle a year. It's fucking magic.
And guess where it's made?
Sanibel. It's made of fucking Sanibel, which is like right around the corner. It's our favorite place. So it's called Solar Recovery. You can buy it on Amazon.
And spray me and show everybody.
It's cool and refreshing.
I'm like a new person.
It's cool and refreshing.
It's cool, refreshing.
It'll take your sunburn and make it go away and be a beautiful tan tomorrow. I don't know what kind of crazy witchcraft it is.
I'm gonna be looking like George Hamilton.
And they have not sponsored this podcast. They have more sense than that. But it's
or Alexander Hamilton.
You're supposed to shake well before using, which we don't always do.
Like
but I do want to share what's in it. Filtered water,
so
vitamin.
Don't give away the farm.
Vitamin E, calendula.
Calendula.
I think it's calendula.
I have no idea.
Lavender, sesame, geranium, Roman chamomile.
What? I'm allergic to sesame.
Sandalwood and French seaweed extract.
French? That's the secret ingredient right there. The French.
This
you ever
shit.
see a sunburned Frenchman? No, you haven't.
I don't even know what a Frenchman would look like.
Frenchman.
So yeah, I did get some sun. Because we drove down in a convertible. And Buck is down there.
Buck in the
Shout
house.
out to Buck.
And Mo.
You know what? And Mo. I don't know if Buck is home or away right now.
You know, we can't tell with that
he
guy.
He could be dancing on the ceiling for all we know.
Or he could be sculpting a clay head.
Is it me you're looking for?
I'm sorry, Buck. You probably hear this daily.
What y'all don't know is Buck is he a roadie?
He's the drum tech.
The drum tech. I'm calling him a roadie.
Well, he's more than a roadie.
Buck is a roadie for Lionel Richie. Which means if you want to get to Lionel, you're gonna have to
you gotta go through Buck.
Get through Buck. But let me tell you, his wife, hot ass, little Yoki. She's so cute.
The best.
She's super nice. I love her to
death.
Except
she's not she's my age, Buck. I don't know if you know this. She's my age. Well, she's your age too, but she's my age now. So you might,
Yeah, maybe they went back for the Wormtown reunion.
Well, one of them, yeah.
So Doug's. You know how everybody goes home.
I'm repping a little Wormtown here in the
Wormtown is not a beer. And
some lady, we stopped at mini golf today, and she goes, "Oh, Wormtown's not a beer." And I said, "Yeah." And so anyway, she goes, "Wormtown's Worcester, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you got him right as Worcester." So anyways, it was good that she we're at the southernmost point of the United States, and Wormtown has been represented, and somebody knew what it was.
So there's so much I want to talk about with you guys tonight, but I want to start off by talking about the fact that Thanksgiving is a hard time for a lot of people. And
especially those Indians we slaughtered.
Yeah, those
1500s.
Them especially. But Thanksgiving is a really hard time for some people. If you don't have a family, or if you've lost a loved one, or maybe you don't live close to home, it can be a really hard time.
If you don't have a family,
stop being shorter than me.
If you don't have a family,
stop being shorter than me. Push yourself up. Stop being shorter than me.
If you don't have a family, you can get some of those Sally Struthers kids for pennies a day.
Okay, but I'm trying to have a serious moment with the people. Can you just let me have my fucking serious moment, please?
Now. Okay, that was funny. That was enough comedy for the next.
Thank you. So, there's a lot of people out there. If you had a wonderful Thanksgiving today, I'm so happy for you, and I'm so thankful that you did. But there's a lot of people that don't. So we felt like it's really important to do the podcast tonight. And I want to be really honest with people. This is a really hard time for me, really hard. Last night when I said, sorry, folks, I just can't do it. It wasn't because I was sick. I was literally just crying my eyes out and thinking of ways to kill myself. And I know I'm not alone. And that's why I'm talking about it. I'm not looking for anybody to feel bad for me, but it's just really fucking hard. Christmas is really hard. Thanksgiving is really hard. Mother's Day is really hard. My birthday is really hard. My kids' birthdays are really hard. Yeah. So sometimes life is hard.
But the other 356
days
a year.
Delight. No, I mean when I'm not suffering from my fucking horrific illness.
Well, that happens.
So the point is that life fucking sucks sometimes, and it's what you do with that matters.
Yeah.
And so we were like, okay, like what are we going to do with Thanksgiving? And the best Thanksgiving we've had since my kids left home was driving to Florida. And we've had some good Thanksgivings with friends in the meantime, but it's always been very hard for me. And so driving to Florida was the year we moved down was our best Thanksgiving since. And so I was like, we need to do something. I can't stay home. And so we had decided to book this, this little adventure. Don't get me wrong. We used credit card points to pay for it. But then we took another financial hit because we can't get a fucking break. And so it was like, oh, this isn't really the budget. But guess what? Non-refundable. And also the whole thing we paid for with credit card points. So if you want to slut it up with credit card companies and get free shit, let me know. Yeah. I'll hook you up, girl. So, or boy, whatever. So we got 100,000 points from Chase Inc. Visa.
And we're sticking it to the man is what we're doing.
And that's what we're doing. We're sticking it right to the man. So we've been getting it stuck to us.
Just on a little side, we're in our little hotel suite here.
Well, it's not really. It's Swedish.
It's small. Well, but I will say this: these doors out the back here, if I open them, you will see the lovely courtyard of the pool. So we're technically in front of a pool, just not a pool.
But they actually have a rule that you can't have your phones in the public areas.
Because of the
so I feel like they're like, if you're out there having a live podcast, but you should. Can you open the doors for it, like just a second?
It looks like there's 15 locks, like we live in the middle of New York City.
It's not though. It's not. It's a really cute little place. The pool's right there. There's a cute little.
I can't open it because you're in the way.
Well, I don't have to tell you. It's a story of my life. Being in the way. Yeah, there's nothing. There's
such a difference.
There's nothing to see.
Nothing to see.
Not right now. And by the way, 2 less chairs out by the pool because we stole them and brought them into our room because we didn't know what to do. We needed a way to be able to podcast for you guys. So here we are. So it's a cute, you can give them a little swirl if you want. It's a mess, but it's got a cute little bathroom with a shower. Window.
Look at this.
Look at this. Ooh. Window unit for the air conditioning.
It's a vertical unit.
It was like literally the cheapest place in Key West. And also we could have stayed we actually probably could have stayed at like the Hilton for cheaper because we have Hilton points from when we hurricaned it up.
Yep.
But because we stayed at a hotel for like a week when we had the hurricane.
And no power
and COVID. Or we think we had COVID.
We had something.
So we could have stayed at like a bougie place, or we could stay here. And I feel like this is a lot more our speed.
It's definitely our speed. It's people. Like, oh, what are these people doing? Oh, we're gonna like.
Why are these blinds all cattywampus?
Cattywampus.
So moral of the story is, we're celebrating Thanksgiving. We're making our own tradition.
Whether you like it or not, we're celebrating Thanksgiving.
Well, there's that too. But like, what I'm saying is, if the holidays are hard for you, you got to find a way to make them not hard and like come up with your own new tradition. Maybe your new tradition is to invite strangers over. Maybe your new tradition is to volunteer. Maybe your new tradition is to stay home and masturbate to spider porn. Whatever the fuck you want to do it.
You lock the relatives you don't want in the house. You lock them outside. Have your dinner in peace. Let them in later.
Dude.
Struggle is real.
All I know is I can't think of anything worse than vegan Thanksgiving.
Well,
that came up tonight, by the way. We'll talk about it.
Well, we got that, and then
or naked people walking around.
I hope not. The whole reason to come down here is because last year our Thanksgiving went south in a hurry.
Oh my
God. We really didn't have turkey and all the fixings. And
we ordered Publix.
It was bad.
And Publix is usually amazing.
Usually they're great.
Their prepared food, amazing.
But this was just like maybe they were just mass producing stuff or whatever. So we're like, we got to nail it this year. We got to nail Thanksgiving and have like a unbelievably good meal, right? I wanted like just the fixins and like I just wanted the like I didn't care if I get it from a soup kitchen. I just wanted the good Thanksgiving meal. So Miss Thing over here scheduled us into a restaurant with some guy's name attached to it.
Blaze,
Yeah.
Chef Blaze. He's
Chef-
been on a bunch of shit.
somebody.
Okay, so we got some comments. First and foremost, we're not going to skip over Tracy.
No.
I think you're doing it right in the Keys. I like this tradition. Maybe we will join you next year.
Oh, that'd be too
So
much.
I don't think we're going to do the Keys next year. I think we're going to do a road trip every
Yeah,
year.
maybe we're coming to your house.
We
in
might just be
Georgia.
coming to your house. By the way, I love to cook Thanksgiving. I'll cook for your whole fucking family. Nolan says Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy
Nolan.
Thanksgiving back to Nolan and his lovely brother Wesley.
Lovely.
And everyone they celebrated Thanksgiving with. We wish a happy Thanksgiving too.
Yeah.
And
Actually, the guy that was working the front desk at this hotel was Nolan, but he was he 44?
He was 44 and he had a little bit more meat on his bones.
Yeah, and so we were talking to him. Whatever, he had the glasses, of course, and then
super sweet guy.
So
Fabulous.
she's like, oh, maybe we fix you up with Nolan. He needs a nice someone a little older and more mature. And the guy goes, well, I'm super immature.
And I'm 44.
And I'm 44. So like, yeah, you
that'd be like Nolan dating me. And which would be weird. Trace says, nice, I love it. And she says, happy Thanksgiving to the boys. And they had a family member who is recently not doing so well. And we're super grateful.
Now they're doing well, better.
We're super grateful that she's doing much better. Yeah, it's really important. You know, anybody who loves my kids, or your kids, or anybody, okay they're okay with me. Well, I mean, I care because it affects them. Even
wait, can we bring the boys next year to Georgia? We just load them up. We're just coming.
I mean, I would love to do the holidays with the boys. We just haven't really had that.
We can't. Yeah.
We haven't really had that opportunity.
No.
So.
And Daniel.
Trace.
It comes out of nowhere. Says,
come to Roy City, Texas. Phyllis and I would love to have you visit.
You know what? You've known Phyllis not all that long. I don't know if you could speak.
If you're still together next Thanksgiving, perhaps we'll
okay, all right, that's a good name.
Us and the OG lesbians. And
wait, is that like in the panhandle of Texas, like near Lubbock or something? Like
doesn't matter.
Yeah, it does matter. It takes you
eight. What we did today.
It takes you 8 days to traverse Texas.
So we're gonna. So we haven't
it's like
talked.
A dust bowl.
So we haven't talked in like 2 days, and I don't know what we missed the day before yesterday. But I do want to fill you in on today. So as we told you guys, we didn't want to put the miles on our cars because they got a lot of miles, like 200,000+ miles. The Jeep just had the engine yanked out last week, and it sounds a little bit like a lawnmower.
And my car is about to celebrate its quinceañera, which I'm going to do in January. Thank you.
Yes, he's going to celebrate the quinceañera of his car. No one will be coming.
No. It's going to be. I'm going to invite people.
Jen, my neighbor, will come because she loves that stupid car. I don't know why.
I bet we could get Brooke and Alvin from the Bill's Backer Bar. I think we could get some people this quinceañera, and we know Josh. Josh is Hispanic. He can add some authenticity to my quinceañera.
What about Tito? We could have it at Tito's Cantina.
We could have it at Tito's.
Do you think Larry the Pool Guy would come?
This is a phenomenal idea.
You know the biggest celebrity of all is Larry the Pool Guy. Risa's here. Happy Thanksgiving, Risa. She wished me a happy Turkey Day earlier today.
Gosh,
I've been thinking about you guys. And Daniel says she loves to entertain. Roy City is 30 miles east of Dallas.
All right, we can do that.
That sounds like a long drive. Buck said Mo had dinner with her best friends. I'm in South Carolina. Gig tomorrow.
Come on down the Keys. You're halfway home.
A little far.
Let's go.
Come on. Far.
We'll hang out.
Tracy says, love the celebration of the car.
See?
So our neighbor, I'm like, can you keep an eye on our house? And I'm like, well, wait. We have insurance and we need a lot of upgrades. So could you, if we're being robbed, watch our house, make sure, if it's burning, call the fire department. And if it's being robbed, go in and tell them what to take. Maybe give them some cash for a U-Haul. I'll reimburse you. Tell them to take the sofa. We need an upgrade. Our bed, we need an upgrade. I wanted them to upgrade my laptop, but I have it with me, so fuck. And she said, "Oh well, if the Volvo's missing, just ignore it. Just ignore that it's in my driveway." And I'm like, "Girl, you don't want the car."
Yeah, you do.
200,000
It's so good.
And the all-wheel drive doesn't work. Oh, we had to have the all-wheel drive.
Well, it was working great until it stopped working. Now I live here. I don't need it.
Risa says, "Happy Thanksgiving." Say Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, Risa.
To Risa and your powdery man baby.
Powdery man.
And Tracy says, "I am a car person."
That's what I'm thinking. So maybe if we hit a lottery or something, maybe we use the car and put it up, hang it and take wax at it and see if candy comes out.
What? I think we should use your car like a piñata.
That's not good.
because it's not the best. So we have some things to show you. It's just going to take me a minute to load.
So we go to pick up this rental car that we took.
Oh my God, it was a whole thing.
The car is actually kind of cool. It's
not even a real car.
No, it's not. It's a toy car.
It's not even a real car. No, I'm telling you,
about this wide.
It's like wait, hang on. It's like a Power Wheels, like little convertible.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like seriously, it's like if the two of us were in a Power Wheels, it's pretty much the same.
That's where
thing.
all our sunburn came from today.
Well, and we would have had it in the Jeep. We would have had a little sunburn in the Jeep, I think. But it's a nice little car. But let me tell you, so it's this BMW. It's a 2015 BMW Z4 convertible. So the doors,
two-seater.
The doors are like I don't like closing my laptop. It's like more meaty than that.
Not that easy to get in and out of that thing. And
we're practically laying on the ground. You have here. This is how you get out of it. You roll out the door and then you like hoist yourself.
You hoist. There's some hoisting involved.
And today I parked near a curb, and oh my God, you're basically.
So there's no hoist.
You literally have to roll out the car. It's not even a thing. You have to roll. There's nothing normal about it.
So we pick up the car, and I got to drive back home in the Jeep.
Well, before we get to the part where you pick up, so the car, we can't figure out how to shift because you have to push this button on the side to shift into drive or into anything else. But it's like, I haven't driven an automatic in. Well, I drive the Volvo, I guess, but does the Volvo have a button I have to push?
Yeah, it does actually. When you push it in to pull it back.
Who knows? But there's things that we were not really prepared for. I just want to make sure that this is up here. So we have some comments. Trace says, "What about Thanksgiving in the Bayou? A little Cajun Thanksgiving. That might not be so bad." Stace, did you see the ducked out Jeep I tagged you in on Facebook? That was great. Actually, I have so this is so funny. I have it set up so if somebody tags me, it doesn't automatically go on my wall because people will try to sell me stuff and tag me, or they'll like Lime people will just tag you like crazy. So I have to approve anything I'm tagged in now because it was getting nuts. So I saw that and I just approved it, and that's how I became friends with your sister-in-law. We're Facebook friends now. I was like, oh my God, I've heard such good things about you. And she says, I've heard good things about you. And I'm like, well, Tracy must have been drunk because I'm the fucking worst. So we get up, we go to pick up the car. We can't figure out how to open the top. Now, by the way, yesterday was not a good day. I was just like freaking out that I wasn't going to feel well because I haven't been feeling well and that it was going to ruin our trip. And of course, I was also feeling really crappy about it's a hard time for me. Like with my family situation, my kid situation, it's a hard time for me. And then I kind of needed Doug's support, and he wasn't super supportive, and I needed him, and he wasn't there for me. So it wasn't a good situation. Then we wake up.
I'm the bad guy.
We haven't talked. What is that supposed to mean?
No, I am the bad guy. That's what I'm saying.
So you're saying you were wrong?
I was wrong. I should have been more supportive.
In any case, I resisted the urge to smother him or myself with a pillow. And we got up, and we hadn't packed. So we had to pack. We had to go pick up the car at 7. We get there. We can't figure out how to shift it. We can't figure out how to take the top off. We had to take all these stupid pictures because we did Turo. P.S. If you haven't done Turo, cheaper than renting a car. Turo. Cheap. And I might be able to give you a referral code. Let me know. It's peer-to-peer. You rent someone's car from them, and you can rent really cool cars. Like some of them are like, you can rent a Lexus. You can rent Lexus.
There was McLaren. It was like
Tesla, McLaren, Ferrari, Jeep.
Few $100s a day.
Jeep, Corvette, BMW, whatever. We get the BMW Z4, $60 a day. You can't, with $64 a day.
Yeah,
you can't beat that. And P.S.
Good thing.
36 miles to the gallon.
Oh.
What do you think the Jeep would have gotten? The Jeep would have gotten broken down the side of the highway because we didn't even make it home from picking up the Z4. And Trace says, good to know good people. It is good to know good people. Some of the people we know are good, not so much, but we love you. And actually, we love everybody.
Good people know good people. That's what it is.
Sometimes, but I think like we love the people that support the podcast because it means so much to us. Because we have a lot of people that are supposed to be like really close to us that do not support the podcast, not even in the slightest. They don't share it. They don't talk about it. They don't comment. They don't watch
They don't
it.
look at it.
They can't get through 3 minutes of the podcast. And so the people that we didn't even really know have become really close to us because they support the podcast, and it just means so much to us. So, you learn who your real friends are during difficult times and when you start a business. And so anyway, I wanted to show you.
We pick up the car.
So we pick up the car, and Doug is driving the Jeep. I'm going to drive the new fancy car. And I was going to go to Starbucks and pick myself up some breakfast.
A little pick me up.
In Caffeination, because I didn't sleep so good last night. And what was it, like not even 50 yards down the road?
Yeah, not very far.
And suddenly, open the window. Okay, hopefully I can show you this. Present.
I take a turn, and something starts making noises in the Jeep.
Share screen. Window. Was that the preview?
This is painfully slow.
What's painfully slow? My computer?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Well, you had to let it.
What do you mean?
You didn't do it. There you go.
I know I didn't do it because I don't have that set up properly, so I would have to do it. So we're just going to do share entire screen. Okay. Sorry, y'all, you're going to see some horrifying shit. Nope, can't share that with you either. I have to go to system preferences.
Unlock this. I forget that.
Well, I can't show anything if I don't do that. So can you give me a minute? Why don't you find something to talk about?
I was going to tell the people what happened to the Jeep, but you have
yes, but I want to show the photo. And so
right.
Why don't you tell them what you think about football right now?
What I think about football? We actually stopped for lunch today, which we'll get into later. And I look up at the screen, and the Detroit Lions were down like 23-6. And I'm like, oh, that wasn't supposed to happen because the Lions actually have been winning some games. And these people from Detroit were not very happy. And I'm like, oh, I picked the Lions to win. And I'm in this like CBS pool that's free or whatever. So I'm like, whatever. And so then they're like, oh, you picked our team? Yeah, that's great, whatever. And then I'm like, oh, well, I'm really a Bills fan, whatever. And then they didn't talk to me for the rest of the day.
Well, what did you think they were going to do? Invite you to Thanksgiving at their house?
Nice, they're like chit-chatting about football. And then I said, we were talking about the game as it happened. And then when they found out I was a Bills fan, they just...
Sorry, y'all. We're back.
Right,
Sorry.
Yeah,
We're back.
Yeah, I can't trust her to click.
Okay, let's see. So Trace says, wait, I thought you weren't watching.
I was at a bar and there was a giant screen 10 feet over the bar.
It wasn't the Bills. But yeah, the only reason he was allowed to watch is because it's the Bills. Where did you go? We went nowhere. Tracy says, all I see is a couple of page I cannot see or hear you because we completely lost connection. It's what happens when you're trying to multitask on a computer that is like, that's how that computer is. And Risa is looking for us, but we're back. We promise.
You could do is hold up your phone with the photo on it.
Oh, I fucking hate that, but I guess we're going to have to.
We're going old school. This is like dial-up, AOL.
Dude, you guys
have mail.
Know how much I fucking hate this shit.
Bing bong, bing bong.
But you know how much I hate this shit, but here we are. Okay. So what are we, 50 feet from where we started?
Yeah, 50 feet from where we started. And I'm driving the Jeep, and I haven't driven it since the engine got rebuilt. So it's like the noises are different. And I turn in to the gas station because I need to.
You see that? That's my Jeep.
Look what happened.
I'm going to zoom in. You see that?
That's a
motherfucking puddle. It's a motherfucking puddle.
That's a puddle of power steering fluid. And as I turned in, I hear a squeak, and I'm like, what the hell? And then I start filling up the gas because it was empty. And I look, and I'm like, I don't see a trail right coming in. But then I looked closer, and there were drops, and then there were more drops,
I hope
and I'm
the
like,
fuck it
oh
didn't-
crap!
I hope
And then
it-
I look underneath the thing, and there was just a giant puddle, and yeah. So
I hope it didn't leak in those people's driveway where we picked up the BMW. We'll
feel-
find out when we go back.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so I have some power steering fluid stories. By the way, go ahead and pull up the comments. Trace says that's a big puddle.
Yeah.
And Doug, when are you playing again?
With myself tonight.
Probably.
I'm going up on the roof deck.
You can't play with yourself on the roof deck.
Oh, I thought that was what that was for. I thought it was a.
I mean,
was
if you can go
circle
up there,
jerk
maybe
or
you
something
can
up
have. If you want to have a circle jerk on the roof, you have a circle jerk.
Anyway,
on the roof.
no.
The point is that we have not been having good car luck. It left everywhere. So I have two stories about power steering pumps. I
Wow.
had a Chevy Cavalier wagon. Feel bad for me.
Cavalier was a wagon.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was regular, like just lane yacht. It was a
It's
wagon.
not bad enough that it was a fucking
So,
Chevy
well,
Cavalier.
It's
called
no
it
longer than a
Cavalier.
wagon. It's the same. It's the same length.
It was a wagon. It was a Chevy Cavalier. It was terrible. I'm at my aunt's house one day. Same aunt who, but he didn't hit you when somebody dragged me across the
I
house
did
by
not
my
hit
throat.
you.
It wasn't you. It was somebody
Okay, it
else.
was somebody
He's a
else.
dick, but he's never hit me. When he's in his sleep yelling at the fucking Patriots, yeah, I've gotten an elbow in the face, and that's why I make him sleep on the sofa when he watches football. But he's not watching football anymore because he's gonna have a fucking heart attack if he does. Not the point.
I gotta chill people.
You do. You need weed. Have some weed. Have drugs.
Hey
You
man.
need drugs.
Hey man. Hey man.
Nolan, are you still there? Doesn't your daddy need drugs? So,
Daddy likes me.
and I can't help but wonder if Wes
What?
is here.
Oh.
But in any case, I'm at my aunt's house, and I'm like, I smell plastic. I have a super like
You got bionic.
I
crazy
am
crap
bionic
nose.
smelling. Like I can tell that you have
What?
too much perfume on. It's just too much. You don't need that much. Just a little bit. By the way, perfume is a new secondhand smoke. A little bit less next time. Okay. Anyway, I smell plastic, and I'm like, did you leave? Like, you know how if you have a toaster oven, you leave a bag of bread on the top, which so many people do.
Oh yeah.
It'll
Bag
melt
of
and
bread.
it smells like burnt plastic. I'm like, is something on the stove or on the toaster oven or something? And my aunt goes outside, and sure enough, there's flames shooting out of my car because I had lost my power steering pump, had a broken hose, and it was spewing power steering fluid. And I didn't think I could afford to fix it.
Yeah.
So I just kept buying power steering fluid
Yeah,
over and over and
sometimes
over
you can
again.
keep up with
And
it.
so
Yeah,
it was, and it was flammable, and it burst into flames. So my car burned to the fucking ground. And she's like, stay inside with the kids. She moved her husband's brand new truck because she didn't want it to burn to the ground, and took out a hose as fast as she could. And yeah, and then the fire department came, and then they towed my car away, burst into flames. And then the other
And
story,
you had to get home somehow.
the other story
Before
was
Uber.
when we lived on Surfside Road. Our friend Zach had come, turned around in our neighbor's brand new cobblestone driveway.
Probably cost
Cobblestone, $50,000.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Turns around and the fucking power steering
Just-
pump, let's go, just fluid everywhere. And so we lived in a really bougie neighborhood, and our neighbors all hated each other, but they really didn't like us because we were the renters, and we were like
Renters.
poor. By the way, those dumb motherfuckers were paying what, 10, 15, 20 grand a year just for property taxes. We're paying $2,100 a
Woo,
month
we
to
got the
live
same
in
view.
oceanfront.
We got the same
I
view.
say you motherfucker. Anyway, not the point. The point is, Zach's got a torch, and he's sitting on the ground in the dark,
Middle of the
burning
night.
off the power
'Cause he-
steering.
Yeah, because he knew he had to get this done.
Oh,
before
and
these
people
came
are
in.
walking by and just like staring at him, like, "What is this idiot doing?"
But I didn't even know that would take an oil stain or a power
No,
stain.
and it's funny because I'm all prepared to clean up the floor in our garage because of the oil stains, but really the Amazon boxes did the
no,
job.
it's fine.
If
It's
you
'cause
have a use for Amazon boxes, what you do is you fly
you get a
that
leaky
shit.
car and just put it under the car.
Just put it under the car. And so Trace said something.
Oh man, that sucks.
Yeah.
So
So we had to get it home. So I didn't go straight to Starbucks as I had originally planned.
so
It looks like there's more comment there.
Oh.
And so I didn't go to Starbucks. I had to follow Doug home. Now we had to make sure the suitcases would fit, and the little toy car baby little trunk.
Because it's got a retractable hardtop roof that goes into the trunk, and so you have to put the stuff in
and make sure it closes this little safety zone.
There's like a little lid over
and it has to be perfect, and then you get everything inside. And I'm telling you, like the car, it's like it basically get down on the ground and then like go up 4 inches. That's how far down to the car. And the seat, I barely fit in this little thing. We must look ridiculous. We look like we're in a fucking clown car. We're gonna take a selfie.
Yeah, we should. Although I don't think we could put like a pack of gum more in that trunk and still have it closed.
It's so, but it has to be, everything has to be in there perfectly, or the fucking thing isn't gonna shut. So we fought with the top for like, I don't know, it took almost an hour. 30 minutes at least. So we were fucking with that shit for at least 30 minutes.
Moving everything around.
Then I can't find my phone because I put it on the roof of the toy car because it's about the same height as an end table. It's a little toy car.
So I call her phone to find out where it is. It's like it's up.
Actually, we couldn't tell because my watch.
Oh, your watch was going off. Yeah.
So what I have, because the way I have my phone set up, when it rings on my watch, my phone, my iPad, and my laptop because I'm an Apple girl. And so I was like, stop it, so that I used, if you have an Apple Watch, one of the best, if for no other reason to buy an Apple Watch, I like the heart monitoring. I need that. It tells me when my heart rate goes too high because I have a heart condition. But one of my favorite things to use it for is this little thing right here, where as you swipe up and you hit the button, tells you where your phone is. I have about 50 ways to find my phone.
Well,
that and the AirTags.
Well, it's good. When you're home and I lose my phone, you'll just call it. But when you're not home and I lose my phone, it's gone. It's gone.
You could just use your laptop, or your iPad to ping it.
It's hard to do.
So Risa has a comment there. I cannot handle strong cologne or perfume. My eyeballs feel, I can't see that.
My eyeballs feel like they're melting off like Indiana Jones, and I feel nauseous. If you leave the room, but your cologne hangs around FFG or at least 30 minutes more, that is too much. I agree with that. And if I can walk by you in the supermarket, in the produce section,
well, it's
I'm kind of like staggered by it. You're wearing too much.
So it's actually,
Mr. Man,
it's actually a bigger issue than just Risa's allergies and sensitivities.
I make light, but
Risa, you're right. Like, yes, of course, it's giving you headaches and making you nauseous because it's garbage. But they're actually saying that fragrance is the new secondhand smoke. And so because I have multiple chemical sensitivities, as many people with chronic illnesses do, I actually think everybody has the chemical sensitivities. You're such a pain in the ass. I think everyone has chemical sensitivities, and whether they notice them or not is the issue.
What about the Chemical Brothers, that band from the 90s?
Oh my God, I'm in the middle of a fucking tirade. So there's so people will think, oh, smells don't bother me, fragrance doesn't bother me. If you cut that shit out for like 2-3 months, all of a sudden you'll be like, oh my God, you get headaches when you're around it. You feel shitty.
And I'm the same way with salt. Like because I don't eat a lot of salt nowadays.
Well, you do eat a lot of. You eat Celtic
salt.
The
Celtic salt. But when I eat something like I probably couldn't eat a Lay's potato chip now.
It's like, so sodium. There's a big difference between table salt and Celtic salt. World of difference. But what was I talking about? Oh, fragrance. So they're saying that fragrance is the new secondhand smoke. And so when I buy something, if it has fragrance, like I don't buy anything with fragrance in it. Fragrance or perfume. I can do essential oils. I can do natural fragrance, but I cannot do this chemical shit. And it's really bad for you. So, and if you look into, if you look on EWG, EWG.org has the Skin Deep database, and they have a database of cleaning products. You can look up various products and to see whether they're healthy or not. And fragrance is number one.
What about Jovan Musk for men? Like a nice musky scent for man.
I love.
Isn't that attractive?
There are certain shitty chemical smells that I love the smell of.
Really?
I love dryer sheets, mothballs. I think a mothball is Papa and Gotham. I love their cologne, but I can't. I can't. It gives me wicked fucking headaches. I drive my neighbor to work, and I love her. She wears, nice perfume, but I couldn't drive her in the Volvo. I drove in the Volvo like once. I had to put all the windows open. She smells great. I am so sensitive to it.
But I just don't need to smell them. I don't think really.
But that's the thing. You should smell their natural hormones.
Oh.
They actually say for a man, if you're not hard and you want to be, Smell the back of her neck. Smell the back of my neck.
Oh, I don't want to pop a tent right here on the.
You've never had a boner on the podcast before?
Probably not. No, probably not.
Smell the back of my neck. Smell my armpit.
No,
I'm
not.
You want my pheromones? Come smell.
I have enough of your pheromones from our mating ritual.
A mating ritual.
Although I do remember a girl that I went to college with, and I was her name was Courtney, and she wore Obsession perfume, and she walked by with that Obsession, and she was hot AF, and I'm like, yeah, that's good smell there. That's good. So yeah. So anyways, I don't know.
Shout out to Courtney. Do you think she's a graphic designer?
She's probably not. She wasn't cut out to be. I don't know.
I
don't know what she is. I have no idea.
You should look her up.
Hang on. I'll look her up.
I didn't mean at this exact moment.
Okay, hang on. Anyway, but that was like one of the only times that I remember like a perfume attached to a person, because there was that perfume was like on the like everybody like.
You didn't remember
like
me
that.
when we first met? I used to wear perfume.
I do remember you wear nice perfume. You had a signature scent.
Okay, maybe.
I don't know what it was.
And
So long story short, I drive the you know what, driving a car without power steering is easy if you're like kind of going sort of fast. No problem. You go around a corner.
well, but you actually made it a little bit more turny than it needed to be. Because you took
turn.
you
Well,
turned-
no, it's the same number of turns.
I don't know about that. Well, first of all, you had to like pull way into the neighbor's driveway to back into the
Well,
car. You're like in the shelf. I don't even know how you did that.
You were like, oh, back into the thing. So I'm like, oh, great. I was like,
because Tony's got to come work on it.
Right, but if I go in the driveway, I'm going and I can wing the turn, go right in. But to back up, I have to go that way.
And then go straight back.
And as soon as I start slowing down, it's hard to turn. So then I had to back up. So it was a little extra.
It was fine. But the moral of the story is Tony did offer to come out and fix it immediately. And we're like, dude, enjoy your Thanksgiving with your family. We're going away for the weekend. Come Monday. So Monday, I'm driving the Volvo, I guess, until Tony fixes it. So he'll fix that. And then...
You just told us that.
What?
Is it you got to ask permission to use the Volvo?
It's registered in my name.
That's why it's funny.
Why it's funny is because
I'm going to report it stolen.
Throw that thing
once
in
you
the
leave
fucking Cape Coral Canal, and you're not going to be able to do a fucking thing of it because it's mine, bitch.
I'm reporting it stolen.
You can't report it stolen. It's my car. Who's our insurance company?
Travelers.
How do you know that?
I know everything. You think I'm dumb.
I'm
like you're dumb.
Who's our renter's insurance company?
Also Travelers.
No.
We just changed. United.
We did not change, and it is not.
Oh, I thought we just.
It's Universal. We did not change.
That's what I said. United.
We recently changed.
Same difference.
We recently changed.
And it was a you.
Our auto insurance. I mean, our auto insurance got changed last year because we were paying a fortune.
The general he left town. No, I'm kidding. We did not have.
What?
I said we had the general. Didn't the general go out of business?
They got bought out. The general got bought out by
Shaquille O'Neal.
Might have been Progressive. I tried to get a quote for them. It's somebody I know was having trouble with their insurance, and I made some phone calls for them. They couldn't even get the general.
So, anyways, we figure out the thing. We get on the road,
and we go to Starbucks, and the line is super long. So Doug goes into Starbucks, and there's this little. In these little two-seaters, there's this little like almost mesh thing that goes between the two headliners, and it's supposed to help reduce some of the wind, whatever. I'm used to driving the Jeep with no doors and no top, so it's not really a big deal.
No thing.
But I was like, oh, let's try it. So I was trying to try it, and I fucking pinched my finger. And it's not like a big deal, but it smarted like a motherfucker. And at this point, I am like, there's like a little line. You can't really see it. Again, because my camera sucks.
I can see it.
Yeah. And so I'm in the car. Doug's inside trying to get my Starbucks order because I have to have something to drink or eat or something. I have to have something in my body. And I have to maintain this.
Little known fact, if you ask for a hot cider at the Starbucks in Florida, no bueno. You're not in Kansas anymore.
They don't do it?
The guy was like, huh? Like he had no idea what the word hot or cider meant. And he's kind of looking at me like a dog listening to his master's voice.
We'll have to look it up. So Doug, so I pinched my fucking finger, And I am just, by the way, I spent all last night crying. And so that I'm sobbing in this little tiny convertible, this monstrous person that I am with the ridiculous
People
hair.
walking by. Why is she crying? She got this nice car.
Crying my eyes out. And then Doug finally comes out because apparently they don't do interior orders at Cape Coral.
Oh my God, I'm standing there. I'm like, are you goddamn kidding me? Like, it was as if I didn't exist. And then finally some guy.
You should have said something.
Well, I was kind of
excuse me.
I was like,
people.
And then I see somebody coming over and no, he grabs something off of me. And I'm like, it was borderline ridiculous. And then finally, hey, can I help you? I'm really sorry. Okay, not bad. So I give my order.
No fucking applesauce.
Gave my order. And meanwhile, there's a line backing up. There is a line backing up. And so I'm like, I didn't even remember that it was Thanksgiving. So when the tip came up, I'm like, I've been standing here for a long time. This tip, so I tipped $1, whatever it was. It was like,
you cheap bastard.
I tipped $1. And then I'm like, I shouldn't. So the guy never came back. So my tip was like up flat. And I'm like, should I feel bad about that? Because it's like, it's Thanksgiving. And it didn't dawn on me that it was Thanksgiving. I'm like, look, this dude left me here for dead for at least a good 7 minutes. And so anyways, so I'm like, don't worry about it, right? It was crappy service. He got $1, whatever. So I go and stand, and then probably another 10 minutes while they're making the stuff, the guy behind me finally walks over. I go, oh, did they finally help you? He's like, yeah. And it was so egregious. It was
okay.
Very egregious.
First of all, these people are working on Thanksgiving, so you suck.
Which
Be nice.
I actually told the guy, I said, yeah, I feel bad. I mean, there's just everybody and their brother is in line or coming in or whatever.
But it's like that every day.
I go, I would not want to work in food service. So it's because it's crazy.
Some people are really good at it. Yeah, and we're going to get there, but shout out to Mark, our waiter tonight at dinner.
Mark, the Filipino waiter.
Oh my God, we loved him. Raj was great too. Raj,
actually,
Indian, shocker.
And the girl that ran that front hostess desk,
she was adorable. Everybody was great.
Moly.
Everybody was great. I don't even remember her name. So everybody was great. So so the moral of the story is started out really shitty, and then somewhere like near Naples, it started to take a turn and get a little bit better.
Well, yeah, because we ended up. She was like, "Oh, we're not going this way, right?" Because it was going to send us
to fucking Lauderdale,
and then down.
Which, if you know anything about Florida,
makes no sense.
We live on the Gulf Coast, like literally on the Gulf Coast.
And there's nothing in between. There's swamp.
And then they wanted us to go to Lauderdale, and they go down through Lauderdale, through Miami to drive down to the Keys. Fuck that right down the ground. So we went
Tamiami Trail, which is the heart of the goddamn Everglades.
Oh,
it was
some
beautiful.
Of the Hang on.
There's these birds. There's these like crazy crap.
Like,
and I'm thinking, at any moment, we could see any kind of species of snake, panther, bird, gator. Oh, I did see a gator today, as a matter of fact. Yeah,
that's not too shabby.
Yeah, that's just beautiful.
Sorry to kick it old
essentially like Everglades. I thought it was this viney jungle, like impenetrable situation, but it is the savannah. Like if you see the savannah in Africa, it is so beautiful. And we were going by, and there was a pond on the left, and there was a big old gator in that pond, and you didn't get to see it because I saw it too late.
I was driving.
But the nose, the eyes, and most of the back were like up out of the water, so it was pretty cool. So I did actually see that. So
we live north of Naples, and they wanted us to go like that.
Yeah.
And but we went like that because it just made more sense.
And then over. So.
But no. So yeah, it made way more sense than what other people would have done.
So we thoroughly enjoyed that, and I actually yelled, "Drain the swamp!" at the swamp.
And what he doesn't realize is that there's very few politicians in the swamp, because if there were, the crocodiles would eat them.
I think all it takes is one person to yell, "Drain the swamp!" at a swamp. No more swamps. Just saying.
You're environmental enemy number one. Yeah, we need them. Trace says, "Pretty, thank you." And she says, "Awesome pictures." Doug took them. Very proud of him.
Some of them, yeah.
No, I didn't take any. I was busy driving. I was busy driving. So we listened to an assortment of music.
Which your Spotify was stuck on the same 8 songs.
Oh my God! I don't. So Spotify, if anybody can figure this out for me, Spotify
help us, please.
Has this stupid smart shuffle thing, so you can either not shuffle or you can smart shuffle. And the smart shuffle is like, here's 5 songs that you might like. I'm like, I skipped that song 50 fucking times. Can you stop playing it, please? Thank you.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you're just not in the mood for songs that you even like. Like sometimes you just won't be into that. And so that was really fucking frustrating. like by the time we left Starbucks and the car and not be like, we had to fucking wrestle with the top for like a half hour because we got it to work finally, but then Doug got the suitcases and then we couldn't get it to work and it was a whole thing.
And we had reservations.
Oh yeah, we had reservations for some Soul by the Sea or some shit, like they had a Thanksgiving brunch.
Key Largo, it sounded amazing.
We were seated at 11:30 and we weren't going to be there until at least 12:30. So, and it ended at 12.
Yeah. So
that wasn't going to work.
We said, see you later, Key Largo, and we went on our way.
P.S. Open Table, fucking love that shit. You book your reservation on Open Table, and then you can actually cancel your reservation right on Open Table without even having to call. And Risa says, glad your day got better. What kind of car is it? 2015 BMW Z4. It's white. It's a little baby toy car. You have to see. This is how you work it though. You pull it backward. You pull it backward, and it just shoots all the way to Key West.
It's like a rubber band.
And so, actually, I think when it started to pick, this is the turning point was. Driving. It wasn't the drive on the highway or being in the car, finally getting on the road because I'm still upset at that point. I'm really still not in a good place from last night. The finger pinching, the fucking puddle under the goddamn Jeep as we're trying to walk out the fucking door. I don't like to be late. I like to get on the road early. I'm about to fucking lose it. And we get on Tamiami Trail, and Tamiami Trail is a beautiful road. It's like
one
savannah on either side. It's beautiful.
One lane each way.
And just like the fancy fucking birds.
Oh my God, the birds are
insane. It's like pterodactyls down there, and there's these cars in front of us just going slow. And I love my Jeep. And I'm driving this car, and the whole time I'm like, I just want to drive my Jeep for the rest of my life. I don't want to drive anything else. I want to drive my Jeep. I love my Jeep. It's very convenient. Everything's where I need it to be. My little phone holder with all my little chargers and shit. And I have like my salt because I eat salt while I drive. And then I have my ducks, and I have my lip balm, and I have sunscreen. Everything has a place. I know where it goes. It's a stick. I like to drive the stick.
It's got the same dirt in it from 2015.
Dirt that I've been saving up for years. And so I love that motherfucker. And but despite the fact that I love that motherfucker, it doesn't have as much pickup as, say, a BMW Z4. We will get to that. Risa has a comment. And she says, what's the difference between a BMW and a porcupine?
Pricks on the outside of the porcupine?
Generally speaking, I might agree with you a little bit.
Whereas a Volvo, everything is beautiful.
I'm telling you, this is a toy car. It's not even a real car. It's a toy car. So, and it does this thing where like the top, it's a hard top convertible. So it goes.
Yeah, it goes up and then down. Yeah.
It's weird. It's so weird. So anyway, we're on Tamiami Trail. We should have gotten video of one of those.
Oh yeah, it was good.
We passed that fucker. 5 or 6 cars. I would just I'd be like, oh, passing zone, gas.
Is that an M4 2015?
Z4.
A Z4. Okay, hang on. I didn't think it had that kind of. I'm just trying to find out what kind of power.
So 2015 Z4. So anyway, I'm passing motherfuckers left and right. It made me very happy.
Like they standing still. I mean, she slingshotted and we're listening to Eastbound and Down by Jerry Reed from Smokey and the Bandit. It was pretty sweet.
Risa says, ding, ding, you're right. The prick is on the outside of a porcupine. God, I love that joke. I had never heard it before. You are a genius. And Doug, you're okay. So we don't have a bell with us. If we have marital hate, we're fucked. We don't have any noises to make. So I've done this like 3 times where I just I go from, it's Florida, right? So if it's the speed limit 70, by the way, our highway speed limit is 70 and everybody's going 80 and nobody blinks twice at it. I'm on Tamiami Trail. The speed limit's like 50, maybe 60 in places. And I'm going, around that speed and, not speeding. But if I want to pass people, in one case I passed 2 cars, you got to hit the gas. So I hit the gas and get it up to 80. Fill it off the gas for 2-3 miles because I'm still
right. Yeah, we were going.
The car weighs nothing. It's a toy car.
Apparently, it has 240 horsepower, which is only 10 more than my Volvo, which is not a little Sportster. But it probably weighs a fraction.
Oh, you should compare the weight. That I'm telling you, the car The car weighs nothing. Like I could like pick it up and throw it over my shoulder like a continental soldier. You had your Sonic feet on. I don't know if I would call it my Sonic feet though, because I'm telling you, it's a toy car. It's not a real car. It's so responsive. You touch the steering wheel and it moves. And I'm used to the Jeep, which is all over the freaking place. It's super responsive. The brakes are super responsive. The gas pedal's responsive. The handling's responsive. If we were going to purchase a car, it would be our practical car. The 2-seater toy car would be the practical car relative to the Jeep. You can only put like a loaf of bread in the trunk. You can actually put 2 carry-on suitcases, as we found out.
That's it.
Barely.
2, just barely.
Barely. You got a pair of flip-flops you want to put back
pack
in
of gum? You're out of luck.
Not really sure. We did get the flip-flops in though. We got both of our flip-flops.
We did.
2 pairs of flip-flops and 2 suitcases is all that's fitting in there. I did have my purse in the front with us and a sweater.
Oh, yes.
So I was really going crazy with all the equipment today. So then we didn't get to go to breakfast with the place we were going to go. We get to check out. We noticed that there's a lot of RV places along. How many fucking RVs did we see?
there were a lot. Yeah.
I don't know. We saw more of Jeeps or RVs.
But here's the thing, because the whole thing that I wanted to do about coming to the Keys was doing that drive along the ocean and stuff like that. But it was weird to me that I expected more of it to be ocean. I thought that there was going to be more expanses
part
of ocean.
of the problem was, so in the Jeep, you're up high. You can see for miles. In the toy car,
we're down under the Jersey barrier.
So the Jersey barrier is here. You can't even see over it. You're like, no.
Is there someone there?
You really couldn't see over it because it's so little.
But there was so much between Key Largo and here. There was so much stuff.
Oh yeah, there's all kinds of businesses and all locally owned. Not really a lot of chains.
No. Although when we got closer to Key West, the signs for Outback and Benihana.
Oh my god, I couldn't even believe this.
Are you
Benny freaking Hanna?
I'm gonna drive all this way to the middle of the ocean for a chain restaurant.
I don't know. I wonder if anybody got my Benny freaking Hanna reference.
Probably not.
I love me some Benihana. So we finally there's this mini golf. So we're big mini golfers. One summer,
huge mini golfers.
We played 31 mini golf courses one summer, and actually we're just talking to
4
Donna.
different states.
Apparently, we're going to do mini golf when Donna comes.
We can take them to the alligator one. Yeah.
That's what I told her. So we love mini golf, and this is the only mini golf place in the Keys. So it's called Boondocks, and it's a restaurant, grill, and mini golf place. Y'all, it's so good. The food was great at the bar. I had my god.
I mean, it was okay. Your thing was really good.
I had stuffed mushrooms, but it was seafood stuffed mushrooms with crab chowder drizzled on the top. Very decadent.
Fat free.
Not fat free. And then I had some asparagus and then their potato salad. Please tell them.
Their potato salad was bacon ranch potato salad.
So good.
My only criticism of the potato salad was that the onions were gigantic.
Too big onions. Yeah.
And
you got to go easy on the raw onions. If you're going to do raw onions, you need to do it little.
Chop them nice.
Finely sliced.
And they should just be sparing.
I'm a big fan of a spring onion or a chive as opposed to.
Oh, that's what that thing needed was the spring onion.
Risa says you will have to get a lift for your toy car. It's only a rental.
Rental's going back.
But I think a lift and some
if we get
tires on that might solve the problem.
That would be the most Florida thing.
That'd be hilarious. It'd be like a buggy.
So the golf course was fantastic.
The bartender's pregnant, by the way. I'm pretty sure it's a boy.
It's not me. It wasn't me. And then the lady that worked at the golf hut was from Attleboro, Massachusetts.
We asked her if she knew Jeff and Lisa from the podcast. She did not know them.
But she did know that Worcester was Wormtown, so that was good.
And I have some photos of that.
So
this is that's us at the restaurant. Yay!
Wait, I have the most Florida picture ever from that restaurant.
This is the funniest thing. Crazy. It says Crazy Lady. It was their little coasters. I'm like, oh my god, that's me.
All right, so this was my favorite vantage point from lunch today. So this was like the tiki hut roof.
Really see it.
I don't know if you can see that.
It looks
but
like
it
glare.
Was all the bottles from the bar, and the tiki the thatch roof was coming down. So it was almost like stalagmites and stalactites.
Well, one thing that was cool is when you went over to mini golf, they gave you like a coin, and this is how you got your ball, like a little vending machine. Is that fun? So I got a purple one. I kind of wish, yeah. And so then they had this statue that Doug is
that we liked.
We liked. Doug had some jokes. And then okay, so then we go to so what is it? Blaze. Somebody Blaze. Chef.
You can look it up.
So we went to Four Flamingos. Four Flamingos it's in the Hilton?
Hyatt.
In the Hyatt. And they have a little turtle pond.
They have actually like it's 3 or 4 ponds
that are all connected. Yeah.
I think they could do a little bit better of a job, like cleaning
it really doesn't look good.
There should be it should be more of a natural.
They should have more rocks in there because it would hide.
Yeah.
They had rocks that would hide the dirty.
Because it's really just like a fountain with a bunch of turtles in it. But the turtles were lovely. They were and you can if you had a quarter you can use the gumball.
We didn't have a quarter, so
she wanted to feed them. So maybe we have to go back.
I don't know if we're gonna go back. I can't believe you didn't just go up to the guy and go, "Here's $1. Give me some quarters." So we went to the mini golf place. We saw the turtles. So here we are at the dinner. That's the view we had. By the way, if you've never been to Key West, but you have been to P-Town, Key West is P-Town with palm trees.
Key West is P-Town, and Edgartown had a baby.
It's P-Town.
But it's a little trashier than either.
I'm telling you, it's P-Town with palm trees. You haven't spent enough time. We just drove from point A to point B.
I just walked from the car to here.
There's the view again.
And there were boats going out.
Wait for this. Oh yeah, there's all these like tiki boats, sunset cruise, sunset sail.
I'm going to read what we ate.
Here's the food.
Okay. So
by the way, we didn't even take pictures of the dessert, but Doug's going to pull it out because the weed's kicking in. Mom is going to eat a snack in a minute.
So we had a choice of 3.
It was a prefix.
There was a cream of cauliflower soup. If you'd like to hear about that, that had garlic bread croutons, parsley oil, black key lime swordfish skewer on top of the soup. Then the second one was a butternut squash salad with goat cheese, caramelized hazelnuts, and hibiscus dressing. And then the third was a red endive and Florida greens with pecorino. That's the kind of cheese it was.
Yeah, that pecorino.
Pecans and vanilla citrus vinaigrette.
Not the cheese I would have chosen for that salad. I think a nice cheddar would have been like a sharp cheddar.
even more of a like a cheddar.
Mine had butternut squash and goat cheese, and hazelnuts. Butternut squash and hazelnut, I can't even.
So
then the main course, which again I just showed you guys the pictures of.
Main course, dig this: coffee barbecue rubbed turkey, mashed potatoes, sage gravy, hot honey glazed potatoes, glazed carrots, stuffing, cranberry sauce, roasted Brussels sprouts, and pickled walnut.
That's what that was. It was pickled with a walnut.
I thought it was like mushroom or something. It looked like mushroom.
That's why you didn't
coffee
eat it.
Barbecue rub, that was good. And then, oh, look at that. And they had those little train tracks on top. It was good.
Yeah, it was some sort of spread.
So, look at that. That's good stuff.
I gotta tell you though, my salad got me really fucking drunk.
Oh, I know. And then you had a salad.
I had 2 salads. I had the one salad.
You had the squash salad.
And then I had a
mojito drink.
A mint lemon salad. Yeah. Mint lime. A little mint lime salad.
Whatever. She drank this much of it, and I have a photo of how much, and she was loopy. So then for dessert, you get pumpkin pie. It says pumpkin pie, but it says gingerbread cookie crust, burnt meringue top. Basically, this thing was like almost like a chocolate infused, almost like creme brulee.
There was chocolate.
It was pumpkin. There was definitely chocolate in there. It was that like had like a chocolate.
It says right now. Does it say chocolate? No. It
said gingerbread cookie crust.
I think that's
burnt meringue pumpkin pie. It was amazing.
There was no chocolate.
I'm gonna pull it out.
There's no chocolate. Yeah, don't pull it out.
And then,
but let me tell you the secret right now. This is something that so it was burnt meringue. But this is what you should do: get yourself a slice of pumpkin pie. Get yourself some marshmallows. Toast that shit right on the top. You can do it in the broiler.
Right.
You can do it with a torch.
So, and the other one was a key lime custard, graham cracker crust, whipped cream, and fresh strawberry.
Not your traditional key lime pie.
It wasn't. It was a little different. So this
is our leftovers that I'm about to. Oh, they didn't really.
Yeah, they didn't travel that well. Sorry, but yeah, there you go. So anyway, I'm not going to show you now because.
Didn't look good.
But yeah, it was like a s'more on top of that.
So good.
It was good stuff. So anyways, I thought you had me at coffee barbecue rub turkey. but it
But it
was
just kept going.
it was just, and it was thick cut turkey. It wasn't like
The turkey
it wasn't like the slice.
It
It
was,
was like a
thick.
big.
It was like a slice of chicken, not even turkey. And like, because turkey normally when you get it, it's super thin.
Like super thin. This was a big artisan chunk.
I would have thought it was sous vide chicken, but they actually smoked it. And I had never had smoked chicken before, turkey before.
Turkey. It was very good. It was very good.
Very good. Something to consider
when
you're cooking your turkey. When you
Anyway.
cook your turkey. And I've always been a big fan of
I
the air fryer.
I was all excited to show them that burnt marshmallow top.
Not burnt, toasted.
Well, it was.
They call it burnt.
You know, like when you toast a marshmallow on a fire, it was that consistency.
Shit, my battery's dying.
So your battery's dying, so we better wrap it up.
So I like, here we had a day, like literally, like I was up very late last night, not having a good time, seriously contemplating suicide. I'm not kidding. And I woke up in the morning and I was like, I got through that night. That's good. And I feel okay, but I'm really fucking upset with my husband for not being there for me when I needed him. And we have to scramble to get out the door. And God knows like what's gonna fucking happen. And the Jeep fucking breaks. And we're having problems with the fucking top. And I'm about to have a nervous breakdown. And then there's fucking problems with Starbucks. And I injured my little fucking finger. I turned around. You really have to fucking, when things are not going well, focus on gratitude, which I was not doing very well at that. Focus on gratitude. I was not doing good at that. Focus on, changing your state, be it go outside, get some fresh air, listen to some music, pass a bunch of fucking idiots that drive 20 miles an hour on the fucking road. Okay, sure.
Spray yourself in the face.
People that drive the speed limit. Like, you could spray yourself in the face. Essential oils, breathing, watch something funny, like do something to change your state. Because, and if you've been watching the podcast at all, you would know we've been through some shit. We've had some fucking very difficult times. Every time we think we're getting a fucking break, some stupid nonsense happens. But here we are. 10 years of being sick, lost his job, started a company, was starting to do pretty well with this little company, loses the client, gets 2 new clients. Like, it's just one.
You got to ride the wave, people.
This
is
a
marathon,
life.
not a sprint.
This is life. And if you let it get you, and I'm telling you, and I know you guys have had these days where like you wake up and like things are just not going the way you want them to, and it seems like it spirals and spirals and spirals and gets worse and worse and worse. You got to turn that shit around, because if you don't, it'll just continually get worse. And that's what we did today.
We did. I'm
very proud of this.
We made it this far, and tomorrow I believe we're going to go to the.
Oh, let's check the itinerary.
Potentially going to a butterfly.
I don't know. I have to check the
pavilion.
Itinerary. Let me check the fucking itinerary.
Because I'd like to stay out of the sun today. After tomorrow, because today was.
Can we talk about the fact that I sent you an itinerary?
You did, yeah, an itinerary for a trip for the 2 of us.
I'm sorry.
I think you emailed me that. I think, yes. As a matter of fact,
I sent you an update. Itinerary. First of all, we remembered our swimsuits. I remembered the bug spray. We forgot the Alka-Seltzer Gold, so we can only do so much drinking. Not that we really drink. I'll just get one more of those salads and I'll be hammered for a week. We brought a towel, so I think we're doing pretty good. We even brought, P.S., hot tip, bring your own toilet paper. I see a comment here from one of my friends. Donna says, sorry, freezing up again. Happy Turkey Day to all. Girl, we need to look at your phone.
Yeah, you're.
I think you need to disconnect from the Wi-Fi when you're doing it and use your cellular data. You may have a better connection. Yeah. So our goal for tomorrow is breakfast at the hotel. Yeah. Oh, shit. We were supposed to attempt to go snorkeling tomorrow.
Oh, let's do that Saturday.
We're supposed to go to the Butterfly Museum on Saturday.
Well, we can swap those.
The biggest thing is, did we got a reservation for Louis at 5?
I believe we did.
Okay. So tomorrow we're supposed to have breakfast, pick up sandwiches, go snorkeling, go to Mallory Square, and we have a Pepe's reservation for 6. Pepe. So no matter how we slice it, we're going to Pepe's for dinner tomorrow at 6. Okay. Saturday, we're supposed to do breakfast at Blue Heaven, which means getting up early, and then doing Duval and the Butterfly Museum, and then Louis. We have a res. And then I forgot to remove the other line. So this itinerary needs work. And then Sunday we're supposed to check out. We're gonna go take the boat over to Latitudes and have breakfast in the sand, fancy schmancy. And then we were gonna go to mini golf, but guess what? We did mini golf.
We already
today.
did that.
And then we're gonna meet up with Art and Michelle, our little RV friends, and then we're gonna go to the Turtle
Rescue Hospital
to go see a little baby
back
turtles.
on Florida.
So what can y'all like if you're having a rough time? We just want you to know we're here. I don't care if it's 3 a.m, you're having a rough time, you need somebody to talk to, hit me up.
And if you're up watching the Macy's Day Parade, Thanksgiving Day Parade, and you're just.
I was being serious.
Oh.
Wait, go ahead and finish your Macy's Day Parade, and you're bloated.
And you're down in Jack. You might want to look at yourself in the mirror and say, look, let's
well, that's the thing that's tough, right? So here I am telling people, like, give me a call if you need somebody to talk to. You can DM me. That's probably the best way to do it because I don't really answer my phone. Or you can email maritalhate@gmail.com. That's whether you're watching the live show or you're watching later. You can email me anytime you need somebody to talk to. We can we can text, whatever you want to do. Sometimes you need somebody to talk to. Sometimes that helps. What are you doing?
I was going to plug in your computer.
Before it dies, I don't think is it going to reach?
Is almost going to reach. Because you're going to die any minute.
God willing.
There you go.
All right.
Is that better?
It's not charging. I need a new laptop.
It came out of the wall. How's that?
Still not charging. Nope, not charging. I don't think you understand. It's still not charging.
Try that.
Still not charging. And also still not charging. Oh, charging! Woohoo! Mama needs a new laptop. Trace says, I'm so thankful for both of you. I'm good. I'm going to go order new furniture tomorrow, and I'm thankful for people being cooperative and having a decent day. Yeah, that sounds like a pretty good way to go about it. Girl, you have that fancy new truck just sitting there.
Seen that truck a week.
Her truck is beautiful.
You could live in that.
The truck is almost as beautiful as she is.
Here's the thing with that little car.
Yeah.
You could not have sex in that little car. It's just way too small. But if you have a truck like that, it's like the bang bus, that thing.
I don't think like two Asian dwarves could have sex in that car. It's so small. Tracy's car, on the other hand, two sumo wrestlers could have sex in.
Asian dwarves and that truck.
Sumo wrestlers could fucking Tracy's truck. That thing is massive.
In the red truck.
I don't even know what is wrong with you, but petite people. Anyway, I want to give a big shout out, by the way, to Mark, was our server tonight. Absolutely unbelievable. Shout out to him. Tracy says, thank you. I love my truck. And she says, you could have a bed in the back.
Yeah, you could. You could go back there.
They actually sell them. They sell them for the Jeeps too. I actually have the inflatable mattress for the back of the Jeep.
The back of the Jeep.
I have it. Yep. There's the comments. I was going to pull them on so people could see them. But look at that. That's how slow my fucking computer is. I click on a comment. It doesn't even come up. Click on another comment. It doesn't even come up.
Yeah. We'll probably get comments tomorrow that people made like an hour
Sorry,
ago.
guys. Shitty, cheap computer. If you'd happen to see a Black Friday deal on MacBook Pros, let me know because your girl needs a new one. Actually, it's funny because check this out. So we have Apple credit cards, and you get 0% financing from Apple. If you, look at that, something came on the screen. If you have an Apple credit card, you actually get 0% financing from Apple. Those motherfuckers don't give you any cool sign-on bonuses or anything. Like a lot of our other cards, all of our other cards, the reason I've opened them is because of the sign-on bonuses. Can you fix that, please? Apple didn't give us shit, but we had to buy a laptop, and that's why we did it. And so, but you can only have one person on the account. Like there's no jointly held account. See, I want to pull that off the screen.
I tried.
It just lives there now. See?
Now it says show, but now it's there. It's gotta refresh.
It's just gonna flash off and on a million times. So we get free financing, 0% financing from Apple. You can't beat that. We do not carry any debt. We don't have car payments. We don't have credit card debt. We pay that shit off every month. We don't have a lot saved, but hey, at least we got that going for us. Well, in any case, I really want that to go away. It's not going away. In any case, it's really, really bothering me.
There it is.
Gone. Yay. That not that we don't want your comment. It's just disruptive.
It was covering me up.
It was covering Doug.
It was making me hot, so I had to take
Making
my
it
sweatshirt off.
What was I talking about?
0% Apple financing.
So 0% Apple financing. You can never pass up 0%, but you got to pay it off in time. But here's what's interesting. I didn't realize that I could have 0% interest and no payments on Amazon purchases of a MacBook, and it goes on sale. So I believe I'm going to be buying my next MacBook through Amazon probably on Cyber Monday. Anne says something.
She said, "Hi, my friends. I just popped in to say I okay. Chat later because I feel good." All right, that's good news.
I think she's saying I don't feel good.
Because I feel good. It says I feel good.
I don't think she feels good. I think she's trying to say I don't
Well,
feel good.
however she feels, we're glad you stopped by. Happy Thanksgiving, Anne.
So
And
I don't
hope
want
you're
to
the
just
best.
divulge Anne's personal information, but y'all, if you could say a prayer for our friend Anne, she's dealing with some stuff health-wise, and she's we love her to pieces. She's just the nicest person you could ever fucking meet in your life, and she's a hoot.
She's a hoot.
She's a great house guest. She's cute. I think she's adorable.
She's you pick her up and like put her in your pocket.
Is she small or
Yeah,
does she
she's
like her?
tiny. No, yeah, she's fantastic.
She's a motherfucking delight.
She says, "I feel good." She says,
I feel good.
Oh, wait.
That
What?
means she got the drugs.
They gave her something.
No,
they
she
gave her that good
probably
stuff.
gave herself some drugs.
Oh.
I had introduced her to my friend.
No.
My friend, and we can be friends. So when you're having a rough time, remember I'm here. And then also, do something to change your state, whatever works for you. Try different things till you find something. Passing, slow, reasonably paced drivers on the Tamiami Trail is the way to do it. Works for me.
And a little slingshot.
I recommend blaring some music that you may find entertaining, maybe a little Muck Sticky, because we're a big fan of Muck Sticky. I don't remember what else we listened to. We listened to like the same 5 songs, so it's stupid loop.
Although we had the top down and in driving through whatever town we were in.
Oh fuck, we forgot the part with the cop.
Oh yeah, you.
We're driving down Tamiami. No, I've passed multiple cars, and all of a sudden this police cruiser bangs a Yui. I'm like, oh, I'm getting fucking pulled over.
Well, you
and
were
he was-
doing something.
And I had the music blaring. In Florida, it's illegal to have your music loud enough to be heard more than 25 feet from your car. You could have heard this car 25 miles away.
Well, the best was playing.
What were we listening to?
Hey, we want some.
Oh, that's true.
pussy.
We were listening to "Hey, We Want Some Pussy" by Two Life Crew. So there's that. So we didn't. We actually did not get pulled over.
Did not.
We're really very lucky about that. And that's not the first time that's happened to us. We were on our way to Connecticut on Thanksgiving
Oh my
once,
god!
and a cop pulled out to pull me over, and I was
Somebody
flying.
buzzed by her.
Boom.
Like somebody buzzed
And
by her.
it was
Like, oh.
so. Thank you, Jesus, for that little gift. I see a comment from Trace. What does it say?
It says, "Thinking of you, Anne, and hope you feel better soon. And sending prayers. Happy Thanksgiving." I don't want to pull that up because it's going to take too much memory.
It'll be
from it.
forever. Like the whole thing will freeze. It'll be
But Anne, rest assured, we have prayers coming your way. We have from Tracy, from us, and I'm sure I will speak for everybody else that is watching the podcast that they're sending you prayers.
We're
as well.
sending you prayers and love. And dude, they put her on like a liquid diet at some point today on Thanksgiving. That's fucked up.
She probably had some nice turkey.
But
water.
you want to even ask people like the one thing we didn't have, and I think you're gonna have to make for me at home. Green bean casserole. I love that shit. I mean, listen, our dinner was amazing. I'm gonna actually finish mine because I ate like 4 bites because the salad.
She was drunk off her ass.
The salad got me. The fucking salad just filled my ass right the hell up.
The salad did have vegetable in it. It had squash.
I had 2 salads. One of them got me really fucking drunk.
Yeah.
And the other one, had
loopy.
squash.
She was loopy.
And Anne
like her eyes were like dinner plates.
Anne has sent it back a heart. I was loopy off my ass. And Mark said that we were the fun table. And I'm like, well, we do have a podcast.
Oh my god, there was a table next to us.
Oh god.
I described the little girl at the table. This is awful. She had this look to her, right? And
so she looked like Daffy Duck without a bill.
I said she looks like Daffy Duck without his beak. Which is hysterical because at some point he gets shot in the face, and like sometimes his beak goes around ends up in the back of his head.
No,
or
but
sometimes it's off and he has to snap it back on. That's what this little girl looked like. But then there was another table behind that table.
What were you talking about? Titties?
Titty lady. Oh
Oh
my God. She was wearing
had a
all those
halter dress
dresses
on,
that like
no bra.
tied behind.
A halter.
And she was a heavy gal.
She was bigger than me. And you're seeing a lot of titty. I'm talking side boob. Like I could see where the boob left the body and then
kind of went
down,
and then back up. All from
you
the side.
could see a lot. I can't show you that much on a podcast. I mean, it's not a family show or anything, but it's just. It's
well, it was funny. What I said to you is, because when we got back to the hotel, we both took a quick shower, changed, and she's standing. She's standing here naked, and there's a full length mirror over here, and I mean, there's no hiding from anybody in this mirror.
That's an 8 foot tall mirror.
Yeah, it's insane.
It's about 3 feet wide, 8 feet tall.
So I mean, and Stacy's like, well, how much was there? How much?
Because I didn't see her sit down.
I go, I saw less of you, and there was a 8 foot full length mirror. That was insane.
Ann says, Doug, you just gave me your first laugh. Thank you, my friend. Aw.
Oh, what? I don't know. What is that?
I don't know.
Oh, turkey water? I said they gave Ann some turkey water. I thought that was funny, but because they said she was on a liquid diet. I don't know if that's what she was laughing about, but I thought turkey water.
People do that. They pay a lot of money for
turkey water,
bone broth.
Well, bone broth is different. That's a broth.
Turkey
water is completely.
Isn't broth and turkey water the same thing?
No, it's what they do is they take a Keurig machine and instead of a coffee pod, they just jam some deli turkey in there.
I will tell you,
out and that's turkey water.
I know that there's some like healthy asshole out there right now that peels the skin off their fucking turkey and doesn't eat it. Can you please save it for me? My favorite fucking thing is turkey skin. I love that
turkey skin out of a deep fryer.
Especially when you brine fry your fucking turkey. Oh my God.
One of the best things
I
ever.
hope we're not too loud and annoying people.
I hope not.
When you brine,
we're gonna wrap this shit up.
When you brine and fry your turkey, the skin tastes like the best potato chips you've ever had in your life.
It's called the brine and fry. The B&F.
It's the best. It's the absolute best. Okay, so we forgot that we got pulled. So the table behind us, they sit down to order, and they're like,
they're substituting everything.
Everything. No, they didn't just substitute everything. They ordered fish. All of them ordered fish because they're vegans. And then we're just listening to this ordering the menu, and they're just being like super specific and picky. And it's a prefix, for Thanksgiving.
Still there, yeah.
But they're like, no diet. It's a whole table of dietary restrictions. And Mark, our waiter, loves us, and I'm like,
yeah, I felt so
those
bad.
people, they're getting their food sneezed in.
Well, the mom of the kid that looked like Daffy Duck with no beak, it looked like she had made her dress from a curtain.
The dress was fine. The dress was
not fine.
The dress was fine.
Give me the halter top boob lady dress any day than that thing. And it was just like, but even the way they got their table was weird because like we're at this like porch situation, and then there's a walkway down like at a different level. So we're like up high, and then down on that other level there are a couple of tables as well, and then you have the water. So this guy came around with the little girl in his arm. He came around. And he's like pointing at that table. She's like, we want that table. And like was being really adamant about it. Oh. It was like, sir, you have to go through the front. Like you have to go see the hostess. No, we want this and I don't know, but they ended up at that table. It was
I don't know why they sat there. They don't want to sit next to us.
Why did they go to this restaurant?
They didn't want anything in the restaurant. Fans of the podcast and they were stalking us.
Oh, maybe they were like, hey.
But you got to talk about is the guy who got up to take the phone call. This is hilarious.
Oh, so all right. So this would have ruined any other dinner, like of any other couple, but we thought it was absolutely.
By the way, look, the battery's not charging. I need a new laptop. So we're gonna whip this out as quickly as we can before the laptop dies.
So this guy, we're here. There's a table, and then there's a table in the corner.
We're 2 tables away. He's on the corner. We're 2 tables away.
So behind us is a door where the servers come out, like kind of like this.
Which the worst part is not even the fact that he took the call right next to us.
So he takes the call
on speaker during dinner. By the way, this restaurant is bougie as fuck.
It was kind of bougie. So
you ain't getting out of there for under 100 for anything.
Right. So he instead of like taking out of like
he
got up from his table. He could have just taken 2 steps back and been on the phone. But no, he takes 4 steps back, so he's behind our table, so that he doesn't bother the people at
And we
his
can
table.
hear his entire
We can hear
call my number, and I was gonna go. But then he said, you know what I want? I want Donna to call me.
I did. I want Donna to call.
You guys, if you haven't met Donna,
Donna's
my
awesome,
God, I hope we can get her on the podcast when she comes down. But she's fucking hilarious,
and so
she just lets it fly. I love her. She's my hero.
So I didn't do it, but the idea was hysterical, and she was drunk, so she thought it was really funny.
Hang on. You look over your shoulder, and in the harbor, and by the way, it's not like a beach, it's like a harbor. Like, it's not somewhere you would want to swim. It's like these 3 drunk kids, and the girl's got her phone, she's got her White Claw. She's got
her White Claw on her phone, and she's like, yeah, like she's taking video and stuff like that. And her friends were in this like sort of floating round thing.
Yeah.
And they were, and so
they were having a good time.
They were having a great time.
We were having a good time. The Boca lady was having a good time, but her husband had a stick in his ass, and I hope he takes it out. Well, he didn't want to be too hot. But by the way, on the rest of the building was
beautiful. It was nice and breezy.
Awfully sticky and hot. But on that side, because you were on the between the sea breeze and being on the water, it was much cooler. So it was actually very comfortable.
We were comfortable.
So so I don't know. It turned out to be a good day. And that means that, if you're having a shitty time, you can turn around. And if you need somebody to talk to, I will be up for a little bit longer. I'm high, so I can't promise that I will be super helpful. But when you need somebody to talk to, I don't sleep, generally speaking. And when I do sleep, I fall right back in. No problem. So,
but just don't call during dinner, and she'll take the call on speaker like
in the middle of a restaurant.
It was so funny. It was like, and you're like, it was okay for him to not interrupt his dinner, but it was okay for him to come over and interrupt our. It was just like the fact that we found.
By that.
I
thought we had already moved past that topic.
Well, we kind of got back to it because you were talking about people calling you in the night. Anyways, I will say this. Don't be that guy.
If you need somebody to talk to, I'm here.
She'll talk to you.
Legit, I will.
You want to talk to me, I'll make it worse. I'll make whatever you got going on worse.
And
don't do that.
And if you have comments and you're catching the pod late, comment. We'll